Hey folks, today we are drawing, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Tardis and Doctor Who. This is a request from Mandy. So I saw this and I said, well, can I draw them separately? And she goes, if there's any way possible you can put them together, that'd be great. So I gave it a shot and I'm like, don't look so bad. But what you're gonna need is you might have to push pause. And you definitely have to have a ruler for this. There's no way around it. You gotta have a ruler. So go search your house, go look for a ruler, come on back, okay? All right, so what you're gonna start, we are gonna be making some parallel lines. So what you do, start, be closer to the side if you want. This, it doesn't matter where you're gonna go top to bottom because we're gonna be ending up erasing anyways. The fact is just trying to get it top to bottom. So we're just gonna go top to bottom. Doesn't matter where you stop, where you start, because we're gonna erase, okay? So you probably wanna go about, let's see, how far did I go? It's about a little under 2 inches, around about. You're gonna do the second line. That's gonna be this middle line right here. So you're gonna try to make it parallel with the other one. Doesn't matter where you stop and start because we will erase. Okay, now this one has to be even bigger. So you wanna make, see this is probably almost twice as the size. So come on over here and let's make it the other side. Make it parallel. Okay, that's how we're starting it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this line. We're gonna be making 3 parallel lines. So let's start at the top, make a parallel line. Just going across. Make another parallel line. And one more parallel line. All right, so what this is, that's gonna be these, but as you can see, it looks like stair steps. So this one's going like this. Let's make a line here and a line here. Now we're gonna use our handy dandy erasers and we're gonna see the top of the TARDIS. Do you guys see how that is? All right, so now we're gonna come over on this side, do the same thing. Take this line, this angle this direction, this is now gonna angle that direction. This is what it's gonna give to make that 3D look so it looks like an actual box. So start up at that first line up here. That's where you're gonna start. And make a line. Doesn't matter, just go all the way across. Do the next one, all the way across. Next one, all the way across, okay? Same thing as you did on the other side, we're gonna be making a step. So it's gonna come up, gonna come up. So now we know where it's gonna be, we're going to erase in here, okay? So now you guys can see the top of our TARDIS. Okay, so at the very top right here, where the light is, you're just going to be making 2 parallel lines and come across, it's gonna be like an archway and then it's gonna be a triangle. And inside there, 2 vertical lines, and these ones are gonna be arched, so it's looking like these are going around it. Okay, got it? And we don't need this line anymore because we already figured out where it's ending. It's gonna end right there. Okay, perfect. So now we have the top of it. Not too bad, not too shabby. So now I want you to come down the bottom so we can, to make it look like it's popping out at you or an actual box, this part is going this direction, this is going this direction. So you want to take this, instead of going this way, you're now going to make it go this way. Okay, make it go across. This one's gonna actually come out past those lines. So make it go past, and it's gonna have 1, 2, 3 lines. 1, 2, 3 lines, okay? Same thing on this side, you want it to go past. You go right here, 1, 2, 3 lines, okay? And then it's gonna make this kind of like the little stepway, but instead of making it just go ding, 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 this one's gonna come in like that, okay? So we wanna make this vertical line, and this one we're gonna connect. You see that? So now let's get rid of all of our extra lines that we don't want. Now that we have the basic shape of our TARDIS. It's looking pretty darn good. What do you think? Okay, fantastic. So we got the shape there. Now it has some details in it. So you're gonna have this special box up here. So we are going to make a very thin line right here, not all the way across. And then we're gonna make another, we're just making the signage. And then it's gonna have another thin one. So it's gonna look like, you see how it looks like it's like a message box. Now, if you look at the actual real one, it's black in there with white type, but you can try to get the detail in there if you want, but I said, meh, I'm just gonna show you how I did it. So I just, inside there, you can just put the police in capital letters. And then they have small writing, and then you're gonna put box here. Nice block letters, okay? Fantastic. All right, now we're gonna get that door in there. So we're gonna make this vertical line right here. So it's gonna go up and down. Great job. And this one is gonna go across the top. So this is like outlining the whole door. And then it's gonna come along the side. Now I'm not gonna actually go all the way down. To make the box without the Doctor Who in it, you go all the way down. But we're gonna end up erasing in here so we can get Doctor Who in there. So I'm just gonna go partial way down. Okay. Now we're gonna put these cool windows in there. So you're gonna make a line across. Just don't go all the way to the side. Make a line across. We're gonna erase them. Okay, and then come down here. So the trick is when you're doing this to make it look like, we're gonna make this like this. As you're coming down, you're slowly moving your ruler so it's gonna end up right here. Do you see how I did that? Because if I went straight down the same, not work. So every time you do a line, you're slowly gonna move it a little bit more to make it match up, okay? So we have that line. So now we're gonna make it a little bit more. Okay, let's go to the next one, which it's gonna be these boxes. So we have 3 boxes. So these are the windows. We've got the 3 boxes. One box. 2 box. So we have window, box, box. Let's get the other part of the box. And then we have 1 more box at the bottom. I'm not going all the way because it's gonna go right into his body. Okay, and now you can make the lines to finish off these boxes. So just go bloop over the space and jumping over, jumping over, jumping over. See how I did that? So now I have the spaces. Now we're gonna make these windows up top. So try to make it vertical. So we have 1, and then this one's going smack down. Actually, we're gonna erase. Let's make it go all the way down. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one. Now there's gonna be a line down the middle, which we'll do in a minute, but first we're gonna finish off these lines. I'm not gonna go all the way down. That's as far as I'm going because we're gonna put a guy in there. So I want you to go in. We're gonna erase all this middle stuff, all the shenanigans. Okay, so Doctor Who is a British science fiction TV program. Do you know where and when it was first produced? 1963 in Britain, which is England. So keep going down here. And the Time Lord, which is the Doctor, is extraterrestrial but looks human. All these things I learned. Okay, so now you want to go smack down. Do you see right here? That's going to go all the way down that middle because that's going to be the door that opens. Bam. See that? Perfect job. This is looking good. All right. He changes his biology to always look different, and he loves to do good. So he's a doctor that does good. Goes through time, and then he changes his style depending on where he is. He's pretty cool. Okay, up here, we're gonna put those windows in. So we can kind of like roughly do, okay, I want a window there, Oh, we need this one down. So then we're gonna do a window about there, window about there. So we're making this even. So you can use your ruler and then continue those lines down. Super job. And then do the same ones over here. I'm not gonna go all the way down because it's gonna go into his head. Then we have one line right across the middle. There we go. Look at that. Looking good. Awesome job. The character of the Doctor was partly inspired by Sherlock Holmes. Both the 4th and the 11th Doctor dressed like Sherlock. So it's not the same guy. It's a different Doctor all the time. Same guy inside, but he changes biology. Okay, we have a sign right here. So we are going to make a box inside that box. We're gonna make the up and down. So as you can see, you really can't do this without a ruler. All right, I'm gonna make these lines a little bit sharper for you so you can see them. I'm being a little wuss. Come on, Shara. Usually I don't draw this hard, but I want you to be able to see my lines. Okay, so inside here, what I usually do, if it's just too small a type, I just do little squiggly waves. Okay, so it just looks like there's like a sign there, and he's got these like handles on either side. So, or these markings. There's one kind of right here. This should be right here, but I put it here. I'm just gonna put it here because I think it's gonna look better. And he's got like a bolt here. So we're gonna do a circle and then a line through. There we go. He's gonna lock himself. All right, so I think, oh, this we do not want connected either. Good job. Okay. Looking good. So we have the windows that are on this side and also the sign. The original pilot episode was lost. Nobody could find it for a long time, but it was finally discovered in 1978. It was mislabeled. So they put all the reels on, they're called film cans, and it was mislabeled as something else. And I'm sure whoever like came across it and watched it is like, oh my goodness, this is the original one. So everybody got really excited. Okay, so we're gonna put that signage up there. So come down here. This one I made a little bit more simpler, okay? I didn't make double lines. I did, and I'm just gonna write in there, police, police, boop, lines, bloop, bloop, box. Okay, cool. And we got these lines in there. So you're just gonna go, we'll just make it go across. And this one we will make go across. And now we want them upside down to make our windows. So make a line. Where are we gonna separate these? Since they are a side angle, they're gonna look thinner because it's just the angle it's at, okay? But now you can see where they are, and you can erase right inside here. We don't need that anymore. Okay, so one more super fun fact. The original distinctive Tardis sound effect was created by simply rubbing a key on a piano bass strings. Cross, that's pretty cool. Creativeness. Okay, now we can put the windows. So remember, I just make a little mark up here. So we're like, okay, we're gonna put these windows in there, just so you know where it is. And then now you can make your lines. Bloop. Come over here, do the same thing. Okay, so now we're gonna make this line across the middle, jump over that. All right, that looks good. Okay, so now we got the tricky part is putting Doctor Who in there. So we're gonna start with his head. So we're gonna erase some of these lines in here. We can always extend it afterwards, but it's gonna confuse us. So we're just gonna erase some of these. We can always put it back in, but that's just so we can kind of work with the space. We'll erase that in there. Okay, so we're just using this space right inside there. So I want you to go by the window, see on the corner window. We're gonna be making his head. Okay, Doctor Who's head right there. Do you remember what I do now? Yep, I'm gonna do crisscross applesauce. No, not really. Okay, so that's the shape of his head. And then we're gonna put his little ear on either side. Got it. So we're gonna make his eyes right here. So to do the eyes, I'm just doing very simple. I just did a little dot, and I'm just gonna put a line across and then an eyebrow. I'm just making this basic. So I'm just gonna do like a little dot, line across for his lid, and an eyebrow. Perfect. Now come down halfway down here. We got the nose in there. Make it kind of like a jelly bean nose. And he's got a smile going on. Hi. Well, hello there. So now we can erase in there, and then we'll get the hair in to make him look more like a person. Okay, here's his little nose, his mouth. He's got his eyes there, just simple. We're going simple today. Okay, for his hair, you want it to go, he's got some crazy going on hair up here. So above that circle, just do some like loops here and make it go down. Do you see how I did that? So on this side, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna make some loops and then go down. He's gonna have some crazy hair. Now you can erase that top line, the top of the oval for his head, because we're gonna put some hair coming down. So he's got some kind of like bangs coming down. It's going into his eyes. Yeah, he needs to brush his hair. Sorry, buddy. And then over here, we're gonna have it just come down. He has like kind of some hair coming out here. And this side, we just can't see the other side. All right, we got his head down. Now we're gonna put his neck. So on either side, put a neck. And now he's got a shirt collar. There we go. Now, you're gonna make a triangle right here. And inside that triangle, we are going to make the collar. So make a line down, and to put a tie in, we're gonna come off here like this, and we've got a tie. See that? All right, usually when I do bodies, I'm gonna show you how I usually do it. So we got the shoulders coming out here. Looks like he's wearing this big coat here. And I'm just gonna put a rough draft of where I think his body's gonna go, just so I kind of know where it is. And then I put a rough draft of his legs, just so I know his legs are in there. And then I can go in and put details. But I'm like, oh, okay, kind of roundabout what I want. Now, let's put his arms in there. So his arms are actually getting tucked in. So we're gonna come down here, and they're gonna go into his pocket, which makes life easier for us because hands are hard. And then we're gonna make his sleeve come in there. He's got little wrinkles in there and coming up. Now you can erase in there. We don't need that. You can erase in there. Okay, so that's one side. Now let's do the other side. It's gonna come down and across, and this is going inside his other pocket, but his shirt's kind of, we're just gonna leave it like that because he's got his several layers. This layer is kind of going over it. All right, now let's put in his suit coat. So we don't need all of that yet. Okay, let's put this in. We're gonna come from right here. We're gonna make this line right here. Come down and then touch. Now we're gonna put his jacket collar in there and make it come down. Great job. Same thing on this side. We're gonna come from, maybe go in just a little bit. Come down, and then we're gonna put his collar in. Goes down, over, down, and then down again. There you go. All right, it's got his collar. Now we're gonna put his jacket in there. So we're gonna keep this going. And it looks like part of his jacket is underneath. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Actually, this part right here is black. Kind of oops on that one. Right here, I'll show you. This part in the drawing that Mandy gave me, that's what it looked like. Okay, so we can do that. So we're gonna make this just branch off, come down, and then we'll erase in there. And this is gonna be like his suit jacket. It looks funky, but that was part of the picture. And then we have some buttons here, and we can come in here. This is part of his collar. All right, we got that. Now we're gonna do this side. This side, we can erase now that we know where his body is. It's coming straight off of here, And remember how I said it looks a little different? It's gonna go up, over, kind of has like a kink in it. That works. And then he's got some buttons down here. And his little tie from up here is peeking out down here. Bloop, just a little V right there. And his suit is actually, it's like a brown and white striped. If you want to do that, I kind of just deep colored it brown. All right, his pants, we already have it pretty much there, so we're gonna do the pants in there. Where his knee is right here, bring it in a little bit. Then you bring it down. And then from here, we kind of already had it, but we're gonna put some like extra wrinkles in there. And then down here, let's give some wrinkles. And it's gonna go over his, looks like he's wearing Converse tennis shoes in the picture. And his shoes are popping out of here. The reason why I'm thinking they're Converse is because they have that that red little strip right there. Okay, so this side of this pants is just gonna go down. And we're gonna actually make this go over the top. So we want it to go the other direction because it's coming over. And here, kind of bulge it a little bit so it looks like his hand's actually in his pants pocket. And then you're gonna bring this down. We're gonna bring like a little lump here, maybe another little lump. And then his shoes are gonna be sticking out of here. Line across. Okay, so now do you see how we erase this? Not a big deal. Oh, we forgot his back of his like trench coat, so it's back here. So it's gonna come back here, go down, go across, make a little cross, and then it's gonna go back here. Yep, that looks good. So then all we have to do fix now is just fix this bottom part. No big deal, we got this. Look at that. That looks great. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys color it how I colored it. If you can see, this side is all shadow, so I just did it black with little touches of blue. And this side is, I outlined it with black and then I colored it in blue. So I hope you guys like it and I hope yours looks awesome. See you later.